Hey, it's David with KCM, and I want to share with you a video that Jeymy Idrovo from our research team recently recorded with Dr. Frank Nothaft, the Chief Economist at CoreLogic. She had an opportunity to sit down with him and get his insights for the 2021 real estate market. So as you watch this, if you haven't already done so, go over to trykcm.com and start a free 14-day trial of Keeping Current Matters. There you'll find all the information, insights like this, to be the knowledge broker for the clients you serve. So let's listen to what Dr. Frank has to say about the 2021 real estate market.
Dr. Frank, thank you for taking the time to share with us today. Sorry, the circumstances are a little bit different, but we must adjust to the pandemic.
Oh, I know. It's a very different time this year. It's been crazy with the pandemic. We've all had to make adjustments. Thank you so much for having me today here and having an opportunity to speak with your members.
We really appreciate that you take the time every year after the NARI convention to spend a few minutes talking to us. So yeah, this year definitely it has been a tough year for many families, but soon it will be over. And we would like to hear what is your forecast for 2021?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk about that. And I share with you the desire to put the pandemic into the history books, get it behind us. I think we're all tired of 2020 and we're tired of the pandemic. So looking forward to the new year. And with the new year, I think there are going to be at least 3 aspects to the new year that will be really very important and good for the housing market. First of all, we're going to continue to have very low mortgage rates. Second, we're going to see increasing numbers of first-time home buyers active in the marketplace. And the third feature of the market in the coming year is home prices continuing to rise, but not as quickly as what we have seen in recent months. So those are 3 features that I see as part of the year next year. In terms of mortgage rates, as you all know, they're at a record low right now. And I do believe the Federal Reserve will continue its low interest rate policy. It'll continue to be accommodative in promoting low interest rates throughout 2021. What that means is that the Fed will keep short-term interest rates close to zero. And of course, that's going to be very good for any borrowers who are taking out adjustable rate mortgages, which are priced off of short-term interest rates. In addition, the Fed will continue to buy mortgage-backed securities for its own retained portfolio, which helps to keep long-term fixed-rate mortgage rates low. Right now, fixed-rate mortgage rates for 30 years are averaging about 2.7% nationwide. That's an excellent deal. That's a record low level of mortgage rates. And we will start 2021 with these record low mortgage rates. I do think there'll probably be a little bit of upward pressure on rates, fixed rates over the course of the year, but they're going to still remain very low. Our forecast is that on average, for the year as a whole, 30-year fixed rate mortgage rates will be 2.9%. That's phenomenal. That'll be the first year ever that 30-year fixed rate mortgage rates have averaged less than 3%. So it's going to be a very favorable rate environment. I actually think it'll continue into 2022 with low rates as well, a little bit higher than 21, but still pretty low rates. So that's one part of the marketplace. A second part of the market is that I expect home sales to be up, and especially first-time home buyers to increase, to be a big part of the home purchase market in 2021. We've seen first-time home buyers really come back into the housing market over the last several months of 2020. That's perhaps one of the surprises of the 2020 housing market, the rebound in home sales and the real important role first-time buyers have played in home purchasing. I think that'll continue in 2021. in part because of the record low level of mortgage rates. First-time buyers see this as a special opportunity they have to make that transition into home ownership. With mortgage rates at a record low, that means that monthly principal and interest payment on the mortgage, it's lower today than it was a year ago for the same type of loan, for the same loan amount. Mortgage rates are about 1 percentage point lower than they were a year ago. And that really lowers the monthly payment and improves affordability in terms of that monthly payment flow for first-time buyers. So that's going to be an important part of this market as well. And then the third important part of the market is home prices. Home prices have been rising very rapidly. In the last year, in the CoreLogic Home Price Index for the US, home prices are already up 7% in 1 year. I expect that we'll continue to see some pretty strong home price growth early in 2021, but that it'll moderate, it'll slow down in the second half of the year. And for a calendar year 2021, for the National CoreLogic Home Price Index, we expect prices to be up, but up about 3.4% on average relative to 2020. So prices will continue to rise in the national index and in most communities, but not in every neighborhood necessarily. I am concerned in 2021 that for those neighborhoods that have been very impacted harshly by the pandemic, we'll probably see some weakness in home prices. We may see some price declines. And those will be those communities where the unemployment rate continues to be very, very high, and where the job growth has not come back. For example, maybe in areas like Las Vegas or Orlando, where a lot of the employment is based on entertainment, travel, hospitality, restaurants. Those markets have really been hit hard by the pandemic recession. And while prices are still rising right now, I am concerned that if the unemployment rate remains double-digit, very high for an extended period of time, that will translate into some price weakness in those communities. But otherwise, 3.4% increase in home prices in our national index, and most neighborhoods will see a rise in prices. So those are three parts of the outlook for 2021. Low mortgage rates continuing. Secondly, increase in sales, especially by first-time home buyers. And third, we expect to see home prices continue to rise, but a little bit slower than what we saw so far here in 2020.